All right, so just to recall what does it mean by a percentage increase? It means if this whole box represents 100%, and even this whole blue box represents 100%. I'm just writing outside. So increase means you have to pay something more also. So you have to increase this, you have to pay more. So let's say if this whole thing represents 33 columns, 3 columns, so 10, 20, 30. So it means you have to pay 30% more, or you have to evaluate 30% more. So that will be 100% plus 30%, or if you combine, it will be 130%. So you can just work it directly, your choice. All right, next, this one, if the whole blue box represents 100% and you have got a discount, or you have to evaluate less. So let's say if this whole thing is a half, so just pretend this is 50%. So it means you have to pay 50% less. So 50% less means either 100% minus 50%, or if you minus them, you'll get 50%. So you just have to evaluate 50% of the whole thing. So what are the uses of these things in your real life? If you consider the percentage increase means you have to, if we just talk about the money, you have to pay more, right? So it's increase, so it's increment, so you have to pay more. So what does it mean? It means, for example, if you are willing to buy a new car, and let's say the car price is, I'm just writing it, let's say 30,000 pounds, if that was the price of the car, and you also have to pay some of the taxes. Let's say you have to pay VAT or some other any kind of tax. So let's say if you have to pay 10% of tax, or 10% tax, so will you pay more than 30,000? I mean, this was the actual price. So will you pay more than this price or less than this price? Of course you'll pay more, because this is the price, or this whole thing is 100%, and you are also paying 10% tax. So in all, instead of 30,000, you will pay 30,000 and 10% more. So what is 10% of 30,000? That'll be like 300. So you just have to pay more that. So it will be that amount. So actually, percentage increase refers, in short, it refers to something like taxes, or if you're working somewhere and you're getting paid like, let's say 2,000 pounds per month, and suddenly you've got an increment of 5%. So increment means you have to get 5% more from the next time. So that will be increment. So again, whenever there is an increment in some of the things, so you have to, this scenario is called percentage increase. So you have to get more, you have to pay more than the usual price. Similarly, if you talk about the tax, if you talk about the discounts in the supermarkets and the malls, so a discount means you have to pay less. You have usually see that most of the time it says like 50% off, or it's like flat 30% off. So all these things actually represents discount, or discounts means you have to pay less than the amount. So if the whole price of a shirt, for example, was 70 pounds, and this price also had a discount of 50%, for example, so it means this whole thing represents 100%. This whole thing represents 100%. So you have to pay less than one, so you have to pay 50% less. So whole of the thing will be just 50% actually. So you just have to pay 50%. So percentage increase and percentage decrease means this kind of stuff. So let's say we have some of the examples from some of the worksheets. I'll just elaborate with you. If you have a look at this one, I think it's clear to you. I'll still read the question, or the question here is, it says we have to increase 2,400 pounds by 9%. So what does it mean? It means this thing is the actual amount, 2,400 pounds. So that is 100%, because that's the full amount, that's the actual value. So that's 100%, and we have to increase means we have to pay more, so we have to pay 9% more. So all you have to do to get this answer is you have to find 100% of 2400. That will be the same amount, because 100% refers to the full box, as you recall from this. So 100% is the full thing, so 100% of this thing will be the same thing, and you also have to pay 9% of the number. So if you just work out, you will get some answer, and finally you can just add them to get increment. So increment means you have to add them, so either just add both of the values, or in short you can also work out. It says increase, so this is 100% and this is 9%, so together it is 109% of 2400. Still you will get the same answer. Similarly, if the next question it says increase 40 miles by 43%. So again 40 miles is the value, so that's 100%, and you also have to pay 43%. We also have to find 43%, and then increase means you have to add both of them. So you will just either find this thing and then add, or you can add them first to get 143%, and then you can work out this thing. And how do you find the percentage? Or what my way is, just to do these things in short ways. My way is you just convert every percentage into the decimal. So if you convert this, it'll be 1.43, and off means actually you have to times them, so you just times these things, will get the answer. All right, next it says decrease 18,000 by 6%. So this time it's decrease, but this is the whole thing, this is the whole, so that's 100%. So we have to decrease means we have to find 6% also, but finally we have to minus them because it's decrease, it's less. So either find 100% of 18,000, that will be just 18,000, then find 6% and then minus them, or you can just minus the percentages first. So decrease means since the total box is 100%, you have to pay 6% less. It means 94% is left over, so you just have to find 94% of the amount of 18,000. So whatever, you'll get the answer now. Have a look at this one. This question 15, it says a carton of orange juice contains 540 ml. So let's say it's a carton of orange juice that is 540 milliliters. A special offer carton contains an extra 35%. So you have got a special offer, and you have also got, let's say, this much more, and this much more is 35%. How many milliliters of orange juice are in the special offer carton? So how much milliliter juice is there? So again, if you check, this whole thing is 540 milliliters, but this is 35%. So they both are different units. First of all, make them same, or make them same means this whole thing was 540 milliliters, and this was the whole thing, or this is 100%. So this whole thing is 100%. So 100% is 540 milliliters, and you have to find 35% more. So it means it's, because it says it's 35% extra, so extra means you have to add, or you have to find more. So you'll just find 35% of 540 and just check what will be that. Whatever that thing is, you finally have to add them, because it says you have to find how much is the total. So finally you will just either find this, add them, or just do directly 100%, and this is 35% more, so actually this will be 135%. So you can also find 135% of the amount 540 ml. That will be the answer. I have one more question. This side. Yeah, if you look at this one, it says a vintage car was bought for 9,400 pounds. So that's the price of the car. Since then, the value of the car has increased by 29%. So the price of the car is increased. So you can see again, we have to find more. It's increased. So we have to find more by how much? By 29%. So again, just do the, so either the short way if you want to do, it's increase. So 100% is there. You have to pay, you have to find 29% more. So actually this will be 100% and 29% or 129% of the price of the car. So whatever, just work it out, you'll get the answer.